Welcome to the Center for Creative Connections. We have a treat for you tonight. Love, kindness, responsibility, family, friendship, feminism, Black power, Mexican traditions, taking me places, personal ability, human sacrifices, souls intertwining, unconditional love, the love of patience, the value of education, the understanding of life, the golden rule, the gift of mind reading. I know what you're thinking. Education, education, education. Confidence and adventurousness. Selflessness and compassion. Love and forgiveness. Drawing and writing. Video games and computers. Forgiveness and optimism. Eat toes. An important woman once shared with me knowledge of people, how to understand and deconstruct the human psyche. Taught me how to braid hair. My mom's philosophy on marriage. My grandmother's strength and wisdom, her legacy lives with me. Her love. Her non-questionable love. Her love and food. Most everything. Stuff. The John Biggers painting Starry Crown was installed here in the C3 Gallery in January of 2013. Response cards were added in December of that year. On them, we asked, what wisdom has an important woman in your life shared with you? And just a quick show of hands, did any of you actually remember filling out one of these cards? All right, let me know if you're here tonight. Originally, there were two kinds of cards. The prompt about wisdom and a prompt about symbols that represent identity. The symbol prompt was phased out, so we have had a lot of wisdom, my friends. Indeed, 11,000 visitors shared their wisdom. All of it was read. And not just by me, this is a standard thing. If you write something in the Center for Creative Connections, it will be read by multiple people. There will be notes, there will be reports. You just don't know it until we tell you. Half of that wisdom, half of that 11,000 pieces of wisdom, has been composed and hand-bound into unique 9-page artist books. We'll have some for you to browse and look at the end of this. To make those books, we developed a 71-point taxonomy of categories, plus an additional score of subcategories. Some subcategories have subcategories. You have some of that original wisdom in your hands right now. And if you've been looking at it, you can imagine that any given card might make sense in half a dozen categories. We had sorting rules. Some things needed more population, some things needed more diversity, and some things needed more repetition. The painting and the response board were deinstalled in May 2016, right this year. So, needless to say, and come on in, friends, come on in. After 2.5 years collecting visitor responses to this question, we are both older and wiser. Tonight we're going to share what we've learned about wisdom and as much wisdom as we can. So tonight, in 4 acts, wisdom, where it comes from, what it is, how it's transmitted, and why we remember. Where does wisdom come from? By the way, I am Kendra Greene. I'm the visiting artist here in C3. Throughout this, when I was trying to figure out how to talk to you about this wisdom, I realized that wisdom could instruct me itself. So you're wondering where wisdom comes from. I think you already know this. I think you're going to know when I say wisdom comes from Beyonce. Wisdom also comes from me.
Sometimes you gotta throw on a crown and remind people of whom they're dealing with.
I don't have friends. I have family.
God is The glass is half full, but if it feels half empty, just remember how good that half tasted. Lorraine Simmons. Bing.
Who's lying to you? Because it ain't me. Myself.
Enjoy today. You could be gone tomorrow. So,
You are who you are, so make the most of it. Me, just now.
think of others before yourself. Me.
Be honest, be confident, be real, be me. Me.
Now, some people took issues with this prompt. There are people that were in the semantics, right? The people that distinguish between wisdom and important women. The people that said that there was a woman but she wasn't important. The people that said that woman was in fact me. The people who crossed out woman to clarify girl. They're the people that crossed out woman to write person. The people who crossed out woman to write man. The people who crossed out woman to write father, to write character. Winter is coming. Jon Snow is not a woman. There are people that just rejected that there were wise wisdom among us. I have 3 sisters and a mother, and I'll tell you what, man, none of them have wisdom I can't find on the back of a cereal box. Women aren't important to me, so I just don't care. And right, there were people that took issue with the premise, right? I find your sexist comment offensive. Men have good advice too. Why emphasize the political barrier that's already a major problem in our society? Think before you speak, bozo. Or more gently, one of the best pieces of advice actually came from a man. We were both 18 at the time. Be careful with words you actually say. Hurtful ones cannot be taken back. And they've got a good point, because wisdom does come from my father, after I struggled dating after my divorce, from my grandfather, who taught me to be an independent woman. It comes from Uncle Fred and Roald Dahl and Ron Swanson. It comes from guy arrested for being black on Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It comes from the guy who made that song. And some people just rejected the premise that there was wisdom to share. Nothing, none, I have no idea. And sometimes there was too much wisdom. A piece of wisdom so great, I will not share it on this card. You wonder, don't you? And sometimes we just don't know where wisdom does come from. You know, aliens or something. But if there is one single figure that gets more attribution than anybody else combined, that would definitely have to be the wisdom from Mom.
tries to say, Mom,
Be happy, Mom.
go clean your room. Mom.
Always excuse yourself when you fart in public. If you're going to bail, do it early. This applies to relationships and classes. Mom.
Read your Bible.
Mom.
Kill them with kindness. Mom.
Don't lie, Mom.
Don't drown yourself in a glass of water. Mom.
Stop losing your phone and wallet. One day somebody will take it and steal your identity. Mom.
Go out and do good. Mom.
I'll love you no matter how many mistakes you make. Mom. Always wear clean underwear. You never know when you'll be in a car wreck. Mom.
So, wisdom comes from a lot of places. There's a variety of attributions. It is hard to find just one single woman in my life. Every lady, my mom, my sisters, my siblings, my girlfriends, my colleagues, and strangers have taught me something to live and cherish with. All the women in my family. My grandma, sister, mom, aunt, cousins, friends. My daughter. Pam reminded me to live each day. My sister and niece. My sister and niece again. My great-grandmother. My wife. My tia Liz. Aunt Donna. Big sister. Mi mamá y mis abuelas. My stepmom. My uncle's girlfriend, Naomi. My friend, Vanderlee. My girlfriend. My best friend. My teacher, comma math. English teacher. Librarian from first grade. My middle school Spanish teacher. My high school algebra teacher. My architecture teacher in college. It is stupid to hate corrections. God. I think we all know that she was a woman, right? Can I get an amen? Amen. Mom and Grandma, Eleanor Roosevelt, and my mother, Michelle Obama, Oprah, Alice from Alice in Wonderland, Suzanne Collins' book, Catching Fire, Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, Meredith Grey and Christina Yang, Dory, the fish. So, part 2, what is wisdom? So at first, we thought it was about content. There were certainly plenty of topics to cover, and we'll get to a few tonight. People were writing about education, and travel, and aging, and life, and love, and family, and parenting, and spirituality, and feminism, and hard work, and art. There was a whole subcategory just for tacos. And within that, a subcategory for tortillas. One of the things people needed to talk about was animals.
Meow meow, meow meow, cat, kitty cat, meow.
Great big cat.
Don't ever put soap on the cat.
Cats are 100% trustworthy, except when they are Satan.
Most cats.
Spread your wings and fly far, far away from home. Remember, though, this is your nest, which you may always return to. Follow your heart wherever it leads you, not your nose like Toucan Sam says, that bird is crazy. Even birds take baths, Nanny.
My mama says that all alligators are angry because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush. Mama Bush. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Except bears. Bears will kill you.
The early worm always gets eaten. Es mejor ser cabeza de ratón que cola de león. Mi mamá, María del Carmen Naisake, alias Carmelita.
On her dying bed, my mother imparted her last bit of wisdom. Be nice to Nina. Nina was my dog. Love her like her dog would. If it walks, talks, and acts like a dog, it's a walrus. Cuckoo-ca-choo.
I like turtles. Fish are friends, not food. Find your lobster. Phoebe.
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Bark. Some days you're the dog, some days you're the hydrant. Guys or dogs? No offense. No, the fleas on dogs. No, the amoebas on the fleas on the dogs. Dogs. People also wanted to talk about math. Numbers are hard. 60% of the time, it works every time. 90% of writing is BS. Always give 100% in what you do. Love is unconditional. Relationships are 100% conditional. Don't be a 2%er. Don't get negative 2s on your essays. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. Keep it 100. 7 equals X. Answer, because 7, 8, 9. 4 things to change, you have to change. 2 plus 2 equals 4, first grade teacher. 2 plus 2 equals 4, 2 plus 2 equals 5, question mark. It goes on with square roots and negative numbers, and it ends in QED. Books equals knowledge, knowledge equals power. School equals science, reading, math, social studies. Beauty equals pain. Sleep equals great. Follower count does not equal worth. SpongeBob is greater than life. Jessica is greater than Jack, parentheses, important wisdom. Let your faith be greater than your fear. Listen more than you speak. The chances of you being born are less than 1 in a million. Just being born makes you lucky. Today in science, we learned that you can never gain cold. You can only have an absence of heat. And it made me think that maybe hatred doesn't exist, and there's only an absence of love. Boundaries are important. Boundaries are so last summer. When 2 birds are hit by 1 stone, who is there to blame? I say physics. And the man who threw the stone. A body at rest stays at rest. A body in motion stays in motion. The destiny of ice is to melt in its own water. Pressure bursts pipes, but it also makes diamonds. Mistakes are proof that you're trying. There's a positive out of every negative. Alcohol is a solution. Size is just a number. You have to be odd to be number 1. You gotta work 10 times harder. Count to 10. Count on yourself. Count your blessings. Whatever you do in life, make it count. Measure twice, cut once, never worry, or know that worrying is as effective as chewing bubblegum to solve an algebra equation. The risk I took was calculated, but man, am I bad at math. History is better. People wanted to talk about money.
Success is not about how much money you make. Do what makes you happy, and you are a success.
Whoever told you money can't buy happiness didn't know where to shop.
Always carry cash. Madre Miriam.
I don't know. Make money. Don't let money make you.
You don't have to charge for everything. Sometimes it's just nice to be nice. Money can't buy life.
Oh, you marry love, but love where there's money.
Take care of your teeth. I paid a lot for them.
Don't do good things that look bad and bad things that look good. Look at everyone equally. Do not let money make people seem more valuable.
Being nice is free.
Kids are expensive.
Find a rich guy to finance you when you're in college.
If they can't get you paid, don't worry about them. If you knew how much you're worth, you'd stop giving discounts.
Whether you have change in your pocket or your bank account's full, we all have the same grade. Stay humble. Gilda C.
Marry a rich man for his money.
Never rely on a man to make money for you. Be independent, strong, and know that a man shouldn't define you.
Do what you love, and the money will come.
Can a woman make you a millionaire? Yes, but only if you're a billionaire.
Money can't buy love, but it sure can buy nice shoes. You have worth no matter what. A $100 bill has just as much worth no matter what condition it's in.
Marry rich.
As a woman, always be in control of finances. Never let your husband carry more than $50 in cash.
I like to get hit by cars for money.
Keep your legs closed, nickel between your knees. Being worth $1 million doesn't make you worth $1 million.
Money comes and goes, then we die. So use it. Abuelita.
There was wisdom about food. Please only take 2 pieces of chicken. If fruit falls on the ground under a tree, it's yours. Always pack a sandwich. You never know when you might need one. Never drink orange juice after you brush your teeth. How do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. When life gives you lemons, run away, because that isn't life. Life gives you orange juice and toast because life is cool, and life is just a small flicker of something. Love someone like when you first see your favorite meal. Mind your own biscuits and life will be gravy. Don't sing at the dinner table or you'll cry before bed. Todo con pasión, hasta las frijoles. Never eat sour watermelons. And be true to yourself. Stop eating hot Cheetos. Eat your kimchi. Eat your dang broccoli. Eat the cake before other people get here. Tip your servers 20% or cook at home. People wanted to talk about how to look. And you, my friends, in your hands right now, you have some beauty, how to look, stylish wisdom in your hands. At this moment, I invite you into a collective reading. If you have something on the topic of how to look that you'd like to share, when the Spirit moves you, say it out loud.
You're not going to a fashion show, hurry up. Appearances aren't everything.
Always wear dignity. No one can ever strip you of knowledge.
Messy hair works.
Wear lipstick as often as possible.
Don't go to sleep with makeup on.
You are so used to your own features, you don't realize how beautiful you are to a stranger.
Get my eyebrows under control.
God don't like ugly, and sometimes you don't like pretty either.
Be a little lady, says Grandma. Who cares? No boy likes me anyway. Nobody's perfect. You are who you are. Always keep your eyebrows on fleek.
There was a question about on fleek. We'll take it up in questions.
You look prettier when you're quiet.
Fair enough, that's the ending place.
There are almost always exceptions, or there are almost always exceptions to almost every rule.
Fragments and single words and all sorts of arrangements. But fundamentally, most of the time, there are declarative statements and directives. Now, I'm just going to pause because this is a very big deal. I'm telling you that essentially, in this world, there are count them, two kinds of wisdom: how it is and what to do about it. Indeed, the two often show up together, as on the slide here. Lying will make everything worse, that is your declarative. And then the directive, be thankful for what blessings you have. Other examples include, boys don't like the chase, don't come off too strong. Or you can flip them. Don't settle, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Don't ever try to understand women. Women understand women, and they hate each other. So now with the help of our choir, let's break this down. How it is.
is as useless as sawing sawdust.
The grass is greener where you water it. The majority of problems can be fixed with a nap, or a call home to mom. Karen Munns.
Stars can't shine without darkness.
There's always a happy lining, you just have to find it.
Pearl Cup is only open till 2 p.m. on Saturdays.
The unexpected can quickly become the most unimaginable, beautiful thing in your life.
The only person you can depend on is yourself.
Trust is an illusion.
Sometimes you gotta work a little so you can ball a lot. The greatest gifts in life are sarcasm and online shopping.
Everybody can't act a fool. Somebody has to have some sense.
The man who sleeps on the floor can't fall out of bed.
What's the worst that can happen?
There is always a starting point.
So if that is how it is, let's discuss what to do about it. There's a lot of directed wisdom, and there are some major categories. We'll start you off with do's and don'ts.
Do it for happiness.
Don't hold back, speak up.
Do what you can with what you were given.
Don't touch the heater, it's hot, Mom.
Do your part, Alan or Rebecca.
Don't apologize for chasing your dreams.
Do what you feel is right.
Don't watch the scene, be in the scene.
Do good.
Don't be afraid you're not alone.
Do your homework.
Don't talk to strangers.
Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do.
Don't let anyone steal your sparkle.
Do the best.
Don't play the just get even, make it worse.
Do it now.
Don't wish your life away.
Do something that makes your heart beat fast.
Don't ever put yourself in a situation you can't get out of.
Do it right and do it with a smile.
Don't postpone joy.
Do your morning jazz squares, Natalie.
If you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all.
So that is do and don't, and a close relation is always and never. Once again, my friends, in your hand, you have some always and or never wisdom. When you have something to say, please speak up.
Always appreciate what you have in life because you never know when you'll lose it. Never make a bet unless you know you'll win.
Always do what makes you happy, no matter what others might think. Always be yourself. Surround yourself with others who believe in you and support you, and remember that you are your number one supporter.
Never give up. You'll find what you are looking for in the end.
Honey, you talked about this. You don't kill people.
Never.
Cassie Campbell taught me how to live life to the fullest, wearing a rooster hat.
Always live your life to the fullest with no regrets.
Never stop being yourself. Always trust the Lord's never settle for anything less than what you deserve.
Always walk by faith.
Always make your own money and keep God first.
Never let someone have control over your happiness.
To always be strong and care not what people say.
If there is a choice to be kind or right, always choose to be kind.
Always be open to growth. That means trying new things, listening to corrections, and following your heart.
Never make a bet against your mother. You'll lose anyway.
Never say no because it's inconvenient.
Never stop living life. Life is a journey.
Think yourself everybody else is already taken.
Never settle for less than your...
Never settle for less than your highest worth. Nobody can diminish that value unless you allow them to.
Always remember that teaches
is enough.
Always be kind, even to people that treat you bad.
Never say you can't.
Never let people put you down about us.
Never be afraid of who you are, and never let anyone tell who you are, what you feel, or how you should act. Be you.
Never judge others because you're just as bad as they are.
Which brings us to the end of section 2. Section 3, how is wisdom transmitted? Obviously, in a lot of ways. But mostly, as best as we can tell, it is said out loud. Which means that not just what it says, but how it sounds matters. And there are a bunch of strategies that sound uses. The words of the wise people we know come in all languages. Sometimes the wisdom here had a translation included. That wisdom was written in more than 20 languages, including, only as a start, Hebrew, Arabic, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Laotian, Thai, Latin, French, Polish, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, German, Greek, Dutch, Filipino, and Finnish. But we didn't always get a translation. If anybody has good enough eyes to read and see something that you can pronounce or translate, take a moment and let us know. You also have some non-English language in your hand. If there's something that catches your fancy, let us know.
I come from Taiwan.
Welcome from Egyptian people.
Always ask God for you to have the adequate words and attitude.
Your character is defined by how you treat people. You can do nothing for you.
The flying sandal.
That one actually came up a few times.
If you want slight blue, let it cost him.
Hardworking, sensitive, loving, giving, generous.
If you want it, you can dream it. If you dream it, you can have it. Everything is possible if you believe it.
No one's going for the Latin?
Hakuna Matata.
So another particular sound of wisdom is the sound of questions.
Who said life was going to be fair? Would your 10-year-old self be angry to see where you are today?
What would you do? What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail?
What are you going to do with your life?
Since when did you do something just because someone else was doing it?
Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Choose wisely.
What? Is there another way you could have said that?
Do you know how many terrible things people do to each other?
There's also the sound of things that are true because they rhyme. My mother always said, haste makes waste. Crack is whack. Honeys get the monies. Good luck, don't suck. No cop, no stop. When in doubt, check it out. Run your own race, always set your own pace. Suck it up, buttercup. If you can take it, you can make it. If it's God's will, then it's God's bill. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. You can do it if you put your mind to it. Lion don't lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. Stay cool, stay in school. Only shave above the knee if you're expecting company. Look out, teeth. Hold on, gums. Watch out, stomach. Here it comes. Eat while you eat. Play while you play. That is the way to be happy and gay. Worry is like a rocking chair. Keeps you occupied, but never gets you anywhere. Good, better, best, never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. If we hung all of our troubles on things that shine, admitting error clears the score and proves you wiser than before. When all the light is gone, my dear, when all the days are done, we'll sit upon our chosen thrones and claim we were the ones. And not that different than rhyming is wisdom that is true because it is reflexive.
Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Dr. Seuss.
If you're going to pray, then don't worry. But if you're going to worry, don't pray.
If you be good to others, others will be good to you too.
If you're irrelevant to them, make them irrelevant to you.
Play the game, but don't let the game play you.
Give the world your best, and the world will give its best back to you, my grandmother. Don't cry about mean girls. They're not crying about you.
You realize that you can't touch yesterday. Don't let yesterday touch you.
Do what you love what you do.
Don't sweat the petty things, but don't pet a sweaty thing.
Figures don't lie, but liars sure can figure. Thanks for the advice, Mom.
Cheaters never win, and winners never cheat. But if you're gonna cheat, you might as well win.
Cuando tienes razón, tienes la razón. One.
If nothing changes, nothing changes. Mom. Hurt people, Mama eat.
Haters gonna hate.
It's always lit when it's lit.
Te calmó, te calmas, or te calmó. Calm yourself or I will calm you, Mom.
It comes as it comes. It is what it is. Excuse me. It is what it is, Mom.
Do you, boo? Boo, do you?
If you're bored, it's because you're boring, Mom.
What is. What isn't, isn't.
No means no.
And if there are 3 pieces of wisdom that we see all the time, they are this too shall pass. Treat others as you would like to be treated, and be yourself. All of which have taught us a lot about the power of repetition. So if you could help me at this moment, you probably have a statement about being yourself. I would like to have a moment for us to express the very important thing we have heard a lot these last 2.5 years. If you have a piece of advice about being yourself, let us hear your wisdom now.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be you.
Be yourself every second of every day.
Be yourself, be free. Never forget what you are. The rest of the world will not. Wear it like a sort of armor, and let's see, it can never be used against you.
Be yourself, Courtney.
No matter what people did to you, try to be yourself. Sid.
Be yourself, always.
Be yourself, stand up and be brave.
Be yourself, no matter the cost.
Be yourself. It isn't big to make others feel small.
Be yourself and you will sparkle.
Be yourself. Be free. Tammy, the philosopher.
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be unapologetic with yourself.
Always be yourself, the rest will fall into place.
So, we couldn't talk about wisdom and how things sound if we didn't talk about all of the song lyric wisdom, which is distinct from all of the music-related wisdom that we got. There are close to 100 separate song lyrics represented, and I want you to know that tonight, as a treat for you, with help from J.J. Heller, Miley Cyrus, The Supremes, Beyonce, Fleetwood Mac, Barbara Streisand, Lady Sovereign, and Elsa, I'd like to welcome Dallas's own Ben Coleman.
Break me into pieces until only love remains. Nobody's perfect. Mama said you can't hurry love, no. You just have to wait. 'Cause I slay. If I live to see the 7 wonders, I'll make a path, there rainbows in, let it go. With all there is, I settle for just a piece of sky. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. What I want, yeah, I get. Yeah, that's right, I said it. I said it. If I live to see the 7 wonders, I'll make a path, there rainbows in. But if I live to see the 7 wonders, I will make a path, there rainbows in, and let it go.
So why do we remember? I think we remember for a lot of reasons. Mine are going to be personal. Because things are practical. Because they're relevant. There is no single story. Beware of the single story. Because they are associated with particular people. Because they are universal. Because they are confirming. Or surprising. Tell the truth always, because when you tell the truth, you don't get in more trouble. We remember because things are poignant. Code for I love you. My mom would say it to me in front of my friends when I was a teen. I heart mom. And because they're funny, don't look now, but there's a spooky skelly inside amazing, all those tabs to get to. My mom said you can do anything. A lot of wisdom we remember because it's meaningful. And I think we also remember the wisdom that we don't take. In your selections of wisdom, we've included a blank card or two. If you'd like to take a moment to write something down, something that you think about a lot, something that's been jogged loose this evening, something you heard and totally want to remember. We've got just a couple of minutes for you to take a chance to do that, and then we'll wrap things up. Can't lie, roll tide. That's what you write. And I know some of these things are personal, but is there anyone who wants to add a piece of wisdom that we have not gotten to tonight? Maybe something you just wrote down.
Don't make stupid decisions.
Just be glad you have a job.
Losing children is generally frowned upon.
Thank you for being our audience and for participating and for sharing your voices. Can you please give me a hand to thank tonight's performers? And Ben Coleman. We also owe a debt of gratitude to Jessica Fuentes, to Susan Diachism, who got this project started, to Chad Redmond, who's been shooting all of this, to Shay Youngblood, who is the first writer-in-residence to work with this wisdom, and Phoebe Garcia and Paulina Lopez, who did translations and sorting for us. We have, this very evening, books of wisdom available for you to browse and take if you want them. If the wisdom you're holding right now is something you want to carry with you, by all means, it is yours to take. If you'd like to return it to us, we will collect whatever you leave on the table or towards the end of the stairs. Please join us at the 10 p.m. show if you have not got enough wisdom in your life. P.S. Sex, God, Politics, and Salty Language, the R-rated addendum to this show, where we consider the boundaries of public and private while sharing wisdom across the spectrum of explicit, grown-up, and taboo. That said, thank you again. If you have any questions, I'm here for you.